For the past few days, I've been telling you guys that the news this week has just been really weird. It is a very strange news week. I mean, first, we saw Chuck E. Cheese himself get arrested. And then next, apparently, they finally caught the serial booty sniffer. And I did not even know that there was a serial booty sniffer on the loose, but they finally caught the guy. However, that's not the weirdest story going on right now. This story that I'm about to talk to you guys about is even weirder than serial booty sniffers being on the loose. Because now, some scientists from Harvard, people who are supposedly way smarter than me and way smarter than you, these scientists are claiming that aliens are on their way to Earth and that they are going to attack planet Earth in November. Now, usually when I see a story like this one, I would be kind of freaked out a little, right? But when I saw this story, I laughed. I found it hilarious. Why? I need you guys to follow me on this one. Lately, there's been a lot of talk about a certain set of files and a certain list. And as people's voices grew louder in demanding for these files and this list to be released, it seems as if the powers that be have been throwing all types of stuff out there to distract us. I mean, for the last week or so, the internet has been flooded with memes of Obama getting arrested, right? You got the Russia hoax stuff going on. And yeah, that might seem exciting. Maybe the memes are funny. Maybe it would be cool to see someone held accountable for once, or a powerful person held accountable for their crimes for once. But spoiler alert, folks, Obama's not getting arrested. I've been talking about this over on my X account. I don't really dive too deep into it here on YouTube. But a lot of these stories that you see floating out there, they're here to distract us from the files and from the list that everyone is demanding. So yeah, I think the timing is very odd. That they've been desperately trying to distract us for weeks now. And we've come to the point where now they're saying, oh, folks, there's going to be an alien attack in November. We've gotten to that point. Aliens are up next. Aliens are the next distraction. Now, I want to be clear here, folks. I believe in aliens. I believe in extraterrestrial life. I believe in UFOs. All of that good stuff. I always have. But when the government steps in, when the mainstream media steps in, and they start talking about aliens and UFOs, that's when I become skeptical. And I know it's weird, because for my entire life, all I wanted was the government to acknowledge that UFOs and aliens are real. You know, you would sit there and you would daydream, about the future when the government acknowledges that there is life on other planets, there is alien life, right? And then the government finally came out and was like, hey, aliens and UFOs are real. And then I was like, hey, wait. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in aliens and UFOs, but I don't believe in whatever narratives you're going to try to, paint with aliens and UFOs. So now I'm more skeptical about alien and UFO information than ever. Which is weird because now we're operating in a time where the government acknowledges that this stuff is real. So when I saw this story, I laughed because I feel like this is being thrown out there as a distraction. Oh, what? You want elites held accountable for their wicked crimes on that island? Well, guess what? Aliens are coming to destroy the planet in November. Don't worry about locking up this politician and locking up that prince and that king and locking up these powerful politicians. No, we got to worry about the aliens in November. So that's where we're at, folks. Maybe it's real, maybe it's a psyop, who knows what it is. But this is what's being reported. We have gotten to the point where they're like, hey, don't look over there, look over here. Aliens are coming to destroy us all in November. I'm going to go ahead and dive into this article, but before I do, if you're here, if you enjoy the videos, I need a favor from you all. I need you all to hit that like button. It's simple, it's free, it's easy, it takes 1 second. I know you may think that the like button is just there for decoration, that it doesn't mean much. It does. It helps this channel so much when you hit that like button. Sure, it helps the channel out a lot when you donate as well, Cash App or Super Thanks. That's always greatly appreciated. But for free, 1 second, you can hit the like button and help so much. So please do that while you're here. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this article. Possibly hostile alien threat detected. An unknown interstellar object, a shocking new study claims. A mysterious intergalactic object could potentially be a hostile alien spaceship that's slated to attack our planet in November, according to a new study by a group of scientists. The consequences, should the hypothesis turn out to be correct, could potentially be dire for humanity, the researchers wrote in the paper, which was published on July 16th. Dubbed 3I Atlas, the interstellar entity was discovered on July 1st, rocketing toward the sun at more than 130,000 miles per hour. Less than 24 hours later, it was confirmed to be an interstellar object, with initial observations suggesting that it could be a comet that measures up to 15 miles in diameter, larger than Manhattan. However, in the new paper, the trio of researchers suggested that it might be a piece of extraterrestrial spy technology in disguise. One of the researchers, Avi Loeb, a prominent Harvard astrophysicist known for linking extraterrestrial objects to alien life, previously made waves after floating the theory that 2017 interstellar object Oumuamua could be an artificial recon probe sent by an alien civilization based on its odd shape and acceleration. In this study, which he collaborated on with Adam Hibbert and Adam Crowell of the Initiative for Interstellar Studies in London, Loeb postulated that 3I Atlas's trajectory suggested a similar alien origin. The trio felt that the object's speed, which was significantly faster than other objects, and the fact that it entered our solar system from a different angle than its predecessors, offer various benefits to an extraterrestrial intelligence, Loeb wrote. One benefit is that 3I Atlas will make close approaches to Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, which would allow aliens to stealthily plant spy gadgets there, Loeb wrote. When the so-called undercover UFO reaches its closest to the sun in late November, it will be concealed from Earth's view. This could be intentional to avoid detailed observations from Earth-based telescopes when the object is brightest or when gadgets are sent to Earth from the hidden vantage point. If this anomaly is a technological artifact, this could support the dark forest hypothesis, which argues we haven't found signs of extraterrestrial entities because they are remaining undercover to shield themselves from predator or prey. Loeb warns that this could suggest that an attack is very likely and would possibly require defensive measures to be undertaken. The problem is that 3I Atlas is traveling too fast for an Earth-based spacecraft to intercept it before it exits the solar system. It is therefore impractical for Earthlings to land on 3I Atlas at closest approach by boarding chemical rockets, since our best rockets reach at most a third of that speed. However, other scientists have thrown cold water on the so-called alien origins of the object, which they believe is a comet. So, this is obviously a very bold claim. Look, I'm no astrophysicist, okay? So I'm not the authority when it comes to this type of a topic. Yes, I'm into aliens. Yes, I know a good bit about aliens and UFOs and different sightings and the history of all of that. But, I'm no expert when it comes to these objects that are flying and floating around space. However, a lot of other people in this field are saying that these scientists are full of crap. That this is definitely not an alien object. This is a comet, yada, yada, yada. My question is this. Why make such a bold claim? And why now? We have objects flying around throughout space all the time. We got asteroids flying around. We got all types of stuff flying around out there, right? Why now, suddenly, in a time where it seems like all of these distractions are being thrown at us, why would these scientists come out with such a bold claim, right? It's one thing to be like, hey, maybe that's not a comet. It could be an alien spaceship, right? It's one thing to float out those possibilities. It's another thing to boldly claim that, no, we believe this is an alien spy craft that is coming here, most likely going to attack Earth in November, because it's going to be in a location that kind of shields itself from being visible. And maybe we should start trying to, prep our defenses now. That's very bold. It went from, oh, this could possibly be an alien to, oh, this is a threat. This is an alien spy craft coming to attack us in November. We might need to start prepping our defenses. What defenses do we have against freaking alien spaceships that are flying 130,000 miles per hour through outer space? Further in outer space than any man has ever gone. If we've even gone to space, who knows if we've even really been to the moon? I don't even necessarily believe any of that anymore. And I'm not saying I believe it's fake. I'm just saying I think that there are some questions. It's up for debate. Okay? But now, out of nowhere, these scientists who, they go to Harvard. We could say what we want about, the woke people in Harvard and stuff like that. These people, I would assume, are educated people. And when you throw out bold claims like this, you're putting your name and your reputations on the line, in a way. So what do these people have to gain from just throwing this out there? And like I said, it sounds outrageous when you look at it. Other scientists are like, yeah, this is outrageous. So it all boils back down to, why now? Out of every other object flying throughout space, throughout the history of Earth, throughout the history of you guys working at Harvard and doing whatever, why have you decided that now, this week, right now, as all of this other stuff is going on and these distractions are being thrown everywhere, why have y'all decided to just now come out and say, hey, that object in space? That's definitely an alien spy craft and they're coming to attack. But as outrageous as these claims may be, and I'm someone that believes in aliens and UFOs, I don't believe that we're going to be attacked in November. But much like a lot of you all, I am aware of certain things like Project Bluebeam and stuff like that. So when I see the government, start talking about aliens and UFOs more, when I see the media start talking about aliens and UFOs more, when I see scientists that used to say that believing in aliens and all that stuff, it was stupid, right? They used to shoot down this type of stuff. But now they're just willy-nilly, yeah, aliens are coming to attack. It really makes me worry about what the powers that be have planned for us. Are they going to fake an alien invasion? Are they going to fake some nonsense? Will they just throw out fake alien stories whenever they want to distract us from something else? I don't know. But I don't feel like this story is being floated around just for no reason. It came at too opportune of a time. Now, November will come and go, and I believe nothing will happen, most likely. But this seems to be like a trick that they have up their sleeve now. You got something else concerning happening in the news? Let's go ahead and drop some alien info. And it's only a matter of time before they fake alien stuff. That's the way I look at it. Because I do not trust Daddy Gov. And over the last few weeks, I've had to find out the hard way, and I've found this out in the past, but I had to find out again why I don't trust Daddy Gov, no matter who's in charge. So, I do find it concerning that we're starting to see stuff like this. Because, if nothing else, it feels like it's kind of mentally preparing people for when the day comes that something really does happen. And when that something really does happen, it doesn't mean that it's actually aliens invading, but it feels like they're prepping people's minds. They're desensitizing you to this stuff. Okay? 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you did not open the newspaper to read stories about how aliens are definitely coming to attack Earth in November. But now this is just something that is openly talked about like it's normal. And the more normal it becomes, the more open people are when it comes to talking about it, the more likely it is that they're going to try to pull something off under the guise of aliens or UFOs or whatever. So I do think that we are slowly approaching that time. When that time will be, tomorrow, next week, next year, 10 years from now, I don't know. But we are slowly approaching that time. And it feels like I am watching minds already be molded in real time. With every little article, with every little release that scientists come out with, they are molding people's minds, getting them ready for something real that's really going to happen, or something staged and fake that they're going to pretend is real. I don't know which one it's going to be, but I'm going to keep my eye on this stuff, and I hope you guys do too. For now, though, keep your eye on the comments down below. Let me know what you think. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.